Hello and welcome back. Today is Sunday, November 16th. I have your three best bets for you in the NBA today. As always, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the page. We get an 8-game NBA slate. We get some high over-under matchups here. We get Sacramento versus San Antonio. De'Aaron Fox returning. Victor Wembanyama is questionable. I assume he will be playing in this game. 8.5-point favorite here for Sacramento, but 239 over-under. We love high totals, and just like the Chicago-Utah game, that game's a high total, 243 over-under. We got Portland versus Dallas, 234 over-under. We get some high scoring games. And then we get the massive spread games, just like always, Golden State versus the Pelicans. 10.5-point favorite here for Golden State. Houston versus Orlando. That game should be a lot of fun. That should be a gritty and grind game. 225 over-under, one of the lower over-unders on the day. Houston, 7.5-point favorite at home. We get Atlanta versus Phoenix. That should be a fun matchup. A fun 8-game slate. Interesting games overall. We get the early game here, Clippers versus Boston. James Harden going back to Garden. That game should be a fun one overall. Not like the worst game in the world, but not the best game in the world, but it's a football day overall. I got 3 brand new plays here for today. Before we jump into today's plays, we got to recap yesterday's action. And yesterday in the NBA, again, continues 2 and 3 in best bets and just getting hooked left, right, and sinker. Donovan Mitchell finishes at 5 assists when he needed 6. And then Anthony Edwards, he was shooting horribly. I think he had the third quarter. He had 14 points, shooting 3 for 12 from the field, and he finished the game at 26 plus points. We needed 27, finishes at 26, and it was one of those days. Scotty Barnes, he took care of business, and Giannis took care of business. If you bet on both superstars in that Lakers versus Bucks game, you both won. Both of those superstars went absolutely nuclear. That was a great game. It was a massive spread overall, but it came closer overall. And then shout out to Josh O with another banger in the comment section with the Memphis over. Aldama over on the rebounds assists. I think it was a first half cash. Shout out to you, Josh O. But man, oh man, we're just getting hooked left and right these last few days. It's not been fun doing that. Just getting so close yet so far. This week could have been completely different, just off of a few more baskets, but that's why we play, and that is just it. That's just how the cookie is crumbling these last few days. But today's a brand new day. I'm feeling good and feeling great, and let's just jump into it. For my first play of the day, going to be in this Boston versus Clippers matchup, 220 over under. Boston, 5.5-point favorite here at home. No Kawhi Leonard. I'm going to the Clippers side of the ball because this man, without Kawhi Leonard, has been pretty well these last 5 games, and it's not James Harden, it's Ivica Zubac. So give me Zubac to go over 17.5 points, coming to minus 124 on DraftKings. Boston allows the 11th most points to the center position, and Zubac has been eating. 4 for his last 5, averaging 20.5 points per game, with the last 5 games him scoring 23, 21, 13, 18, and 27 in the most recent matchup on Friday. He's only gotten this over 1 for his last 2 against the Celtics, but super solid baseline. 16 points and 23 points in his last 2, so 16-point bare minimum, and then 23 in the most recent matchup. But why I love this today, outside of Boston struggling against the center position, is without Kawhi in the lineup, he's a 67% hit rate, averaging 18.2 points per game. And this game's on the road. Zubac is better on the road than he is at home. 75% hit rate on the road this season, averaging 20.8 points per game, scoring 19, 14, 23, and 27 on his away games this season. And the last game he played in Boston had 23 plus points in that game. Last 2 road games without Kawhi, he scored 23 and 27 plus points for this Clippers team. Last season on the road, averaged 17.4, getting this over 53% of the time. And another reason why I love this spot here today is 43% of his shots come inside the paint restricted area zone, and the Celtics allow the 20th most points in the paint restricted zone, so those little 2K hot zones inside that free throw line. 43% of his shots come from there. Boston allowing the 20th most points in that section, and centers have been eaten. Cat had 23 against the Celtics. Isaiah Stewart, Jalen Duren had 24. Derek Queen, Jared Allen, Embiid, Alex Sarr had 31. Wendell Carter Jr. had 18. Andre Drummond had 14, and Jake Londale had 11. I have him projected at 20 plus points in this game. I think Zubac has a great game here, getting the high pick and roll matchup with James Harden. He's going to feast driving into the lane, so give me Zubac to go over 17.5 points, coming to minus 124 On DraftKings, jump into my second play in this other high over-under matchup. Sacramento versus Dallas. Sacramento versus the Spurs. 239 over-under. I'm going back to it. This man, he hooked us the other day. I think today he has a great matchup. I believe he will play. If he doesn't, I will be pivoting in the comment section. But that's Victor Wembanyama. He owes us from the other day just getting hooking us. So give me Victor Wembanyama to go over 16.5 rebounds, assists, coming to minus 127. On DraftKings, he has a great matchup. The Kings allowing the third most rebounds and the second most assists to the center position. And Wemby's been pretty hot overall these last 5 games, going over 3 for his last 5. And we took the one game where he hit the under, averaging 18.2 rebounds, assists. And he's owned this matchup in the past, going over 3 for his last 4, averaging 17.8 rebounds, assists. With the last 4 against the Kings, he's had 9, 17, 20, and 25 rebounds, assists in the last 3. So last 3 games, he's cleared this number, which we love. This game being at home is another reason why I love it. 71% hit rate at home this season, averaging 19.3 rebounds, assists per game. I have it projected at 18 rebounds, assists in this game. Centers against the Kings have had some big rebounds, assists games. Mark Williams, 11. Nurkic, 13. DeAndre, 8 and 17. Isaiah Hartenstein had 17 and 22 against him. Vucci man, 21. Rudy Gobert, my fellow Baldman, 13. Jokic had 22. Kristaps Porzingis, 10. And Naz Reid in the most recent game just had 16 on them. At home, 71% hit rate this season. Kings allowing the third most rebounds, second most assists to the center position. I think Victor Wembanyama, if he plays, has a great opportunity ahead of him. So give me Victor Wembanyama to go over 16.5 rebounds, assists, coming to minus 127. On DraftKings, to jump into my third and final play of the day, going to be in this Utah-Chicago game here. I really want to take Lauri Markkanen points in this matchup, but this number just seems way too high. The man that's running point guard for this Jazz team, I think he has a great opportunity. This Bulls team, we don't really know what the lineup, if Giddey will be playing. He probably will be. We don't know if Kobe White will be playing. I don't think so. So we don't really know the full lineup rotation in for the Bulls tonight, but we know the Jazz one, and that's Keyonte George. So give me my little Keyonte that could. So give me Keyonte George to go over 19.5 points, coming to minus 124. On DraftKings, he's gone over 5 for his last 10, averaging 22.1 points per game. With the last few games, him being pretty lackluster, but he's had some tough defenses these last few games, and nothing cures point guards' woes like playing the Chicago Bulls, where they allow the 9th most points to the point guard position. These last 7 games, the Bulls allow the 5th and the 6th most threes to the 5th most points and the 6th most threes to the point guard position, and he's cooked in this matchup before. Last 2 games versus Chicago had 33 and 16 plus points. I'm loving the volume that we are getting from Keyonte George outside of the Lauri Markkanen. He's taken the second most shots on this team. This game being at home, he's gone over 3 for his last 5 home games, averaging 22.2 points per game. Keyonte takes 33% of his shots from the straightaway 3, little 2K hot zone. Bulls allowing the 24th most straightaway 3s in the league. We love that. I have him projected at 22 plus points in this game here. I think these last few games he's been just shy of getting to that 20-point mark. He will do that here tonight against the Chicago Bulls. High over-under matchup, 243. Give me Keyonte George to go over 19.5 points, coming to minus 124 on DraftKings. And those are my 3 best bets for you in the NBA today. As always, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the page. As always, let me know down below what's your favorite play. I love telling you guys in the comment section. It's a big sports day ahead of us. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Keep on smiling, and I will see you in the next one.